Welcome back to Technique Quad. Today we're going to talk about the differences between the squat snatch and the power snatch. In one of our first series, we had about 5 videos that went over the power snatch in pretty good detail. You can reference those videos for the squat snatch as well, because as far as picking up the weight from the ground through the first pull, the transition, the second pull, it's pretty much the same. The catch is a little different because obviously you're not catching it in a very high position here, you're catching it at rock bottom of your overhead squat, but the pulling positions are going to be the exact same. The weight is obviously going to be a little bit heavier if you're going for a max. On average, people are going to power snatch about 85% of what they squat snatch. So we'll look here. So again, we're starting here. Our first pull, transition, second pull are the same, and then when I jump and shrug, I'm just going to land in my full squat. Elbows locked out, good squat, heels down, knees over toes, and then recover. If you have a lot of trouble catching in that full squat, a few things you can do. First, you need to be able to see if you can do a good solid overhead squat. Even before your overhead squat, you probably should be able to do a good solid bodyweight squat, a good solid front squat, and then maybe work onto your overhead squats after the fact. But today, we'll jump right to the overhead squat. So, elbows locked overhead. Feet will probably be a little bit wider than your front squat. Just want you to sink all the way down, knees wide, perfect position. If you can't get into a perfect position on your overhead squat, then you probably can't snatch into an overhead squat and be in a perfect position either. Number 2, if you can do an overhead squat, then you probably want to move on and try to do a perfect snatch bounce where you're throwing yourself into that position and then having to lock out the bottom and stabilize and then stand. So you're here, give a little bit of a bounce, lock at the very bottom, elbows are locked, I'm in a good position, I'm tall, heels are down, knees are over my toes, and then I stand. From the side, from here, bounce, all the way to the very, very bottom. So again, good position at the bottom, good first pull, all the way high, don't cut it off early, transition, hit your belt, jump shrug, catch it all the way in a full locked out overhead squat. That's it for today, see you tomorrow.